Hello, hi everyone. Um, in this video, I'm going to be talking about managing menstruation. Now, managing menstrual cycle varies from person to person. Is like the way a woman's body reacts to menstruation. It differs from one woman to the other. The results might be the same, the feelings, the pain might be the same, but what works differs a lot of times. And that is why sometimes a person will recommend something they use for you and it doesn't work. Or you have something that works, but you've changed what works. Like in 5 years, you've changed what works in about five times. About that, like you've changed what works for that those number of times. I'm coming. So I didn't even have a chance to do my hair because obviously when I'm in my period, I don't like to dabble in my hair so much. So thankfully my hair is in a protective style, but it's not very neat, so that's why I covered it up. Anyways, so there's always updates. So what worked, I'm sure I've done a video on that one and it's on this channel, but things have also changed between that time and this time. So what I'm using now is different from what I was using then. So I would highly recommend that you search for Dr. Berg on YouTube. DRBEDR, one word, then another word, BERG, Dr. Berg. Search him on YouTube and you can add menstrual pain so that everything that has to do with menstruation, you can find it there. I have to refer you there because I don't want to repeat things that he has said. Then the motivational doc, motivational as in motivational, the word motivational, then doc. Those are the two people you want to find on YouTube that would, and then as you type that on YouTube, type also menstrual pain there. So when you look at, then watch the videos that come up on menstrual pain, so you'll be able to tell. They would explain to you, what vitamins and minerals, mostly minerals, yeah, vitamins and minerals, what they do in helping regulate menstrual period and handling menstrual pain. You understand? I highly recommend that you have to, if you're not having a painless or a drama free menstrual period, you cannot say you don't want to use food supplements. It's either you are using food supplements or you are using vitamins and minerals. Like, you have to understand that what you're going to use has to be like on the high side. Like, if you're using vitamin D, for example, you might need about between 5,000 UD and 10,000 UD. There's 1,000. I remember using the one I used was 1,000. I was trying to like build on that and it didn't quite work. So for you to actually use it to fix a problem, it has to be on the very high side. Especially if you are getting a lot of sun. Maybe you're somewhere that is sunny and you get sun regularly and you still have the symptoms of somebody who is vitamin D deficient, for example, then obviously you need a supplement to boost and to help. So there's always something out there. You don't the thing I like about these people that are recommended is that they always look at the food alternatives, the vitamins and minerals, and how they help fix problems that they often tell you there are no solutions to, and you just have to manage it. I remember when I started using things, I would use painkillers, but I also realized that using painkillers was not going to be the healthiest option for me on that one. So I need to get to something. I need to pick a call right now, so I'll be right back. Don't worry, it's just a split second. I'll just pause the video and come back. So it's not going to reflect on the video that I post, by the way. So again, I mentioned Dr. Berg, Berg. That's the Berg. Type in menstrual pain, then motivational doc, motivational, one word, then DOC, then menstrual pain. So that way, because they have several videos, so what you really need just comes out, and then watch all the videos related. Then after watching the videos related, then you can pick the ones that the vitamins that you think would address the symptoms you experience, the type of pain you experience, and the type of discomfort you experience, and then you begin to use them as instructed on the ones you use. Now, the one I use will probably be different from the ones you use depending on what is available in your local pharmaceuticals. But if you have access to online stores, some of you buy most of what you need online. I haven't gotten to that level yet where I order things online. So but if you order your things online, then you can always go with what they recommend in that video. Dr. Berg, as I know, has his own supplements that he has formulated, so you can probably try out his own. So I guess, well, maybe I'll come back for part 2 of this. So um I'll be right back. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. See, it doesn't reflect, but between I've done a few things. So yeah, as I was saying, so now I'm going to talk to those who teenagers and those who are seeing their menses for the first time, and they quite can't figure out what to do. They're feeling confused. They are in pain. They are wondering what is going on. They are hearing all kinds of things. Like I said, in a few minutes ago, check out these people, so that you would know how to manage the discomfort. The one that is, paining and all the pain and all. You don't have to be in pain. There is always a way out, a more natural way, actually. It's just that you have to look for it. So, and I've told you where you can find the solution. And these are doctors, you understand. So they know what they are doing. They might be men, but they know what they are doing. So even if you're an older person and you've just stumbled your way through this menstrual period, that it disorganizes everything. Like once it comes, you don't know how to manage yourself. And many of us, we are in that same situation, because every month comes with its own special pain, as the case may be. It comes with its own special discomfort. You know, maybe last month some people had headaches, and this month it is back pain they're having, right? So you can't really say this is how you're going to plan, but you can still plan, because when you plan and you know what to do, it's not that you will not feel discomfort, but you are not panicky, you're not there still wondering what to do with yourself. So one of the few things you have to do is be prepared, right? Just come to terms with the fact that this is what you'll be going through. If it is painless, thank the Lord. If it isn't, also thank the Lord, right? God is still good regardless of whether there is pain or there is no pain, right? Um, what I tell myself is that it is preparing me for when I finally have my child. It's preparing me for childbirth. That's yeah, so that's what I tell myself, like it's preparing me, so it so that your body doesn't go into shock when you're ready to have children and you're in labor. It doesn't go into shock, right? Because every month you've gone through something slightly similar, right? So basically, though, it doesn't have to be that painful. It doesn't have to be so painful. There are things that can be done, there are things that can be taken, there are supplements that can be taken that would reduce the intensity of the discomfort. You understand? Number one thing you have to do is balance your hormones. That is very important. Now, balancing the hormones is easier said than done, I know, but at least know that that is what you have to do. And balancing the hormones is not when you wait until the whole pain starts before you now start looking for what to use. No, like I already mentioned, the people you have to check out, they will give you like details on what to do, what to use, based on what, right? So I'm just going to give you like a few tips. Like number one, let your mind be at peace. Don't be afraid. You understand? Don't be afraid, because when you are afraid, when you are um anxious, it just makes things worse. It makes you more, shall we say, it can lead you to a mini depression, as the case may be. It will just make you feel like out of sorts and not optimistic, but when you are not afraid, you are able to go through the situation with a certain level of bravery, right? So that is one. Two, have clothes that you use, that you are more comfortable wearing during your menstruation, whatever those clothes may be. For me, I like using clothes that are light, very, very light, like linen, right? Like very light cotton, very light linen, airy clothes. I'm very comfortable wearing those things, because usually, one of the things I experience is that I can't, like, I begin to feel kind of hot, like heat of some sort. So when I wear something airy, it helps to get breeze to my body more quickly, right? And also remember that you also need oxygen. That is very important. So make sure that where you're going to be staying is going to be very airy. You have to make sure of it, like there's a lot of air where you are at, where you can breathe well. So you will notice that if where you are is breezy, you notice that the pain and discomfort starts to go down. you know so you might want to get a look for such look for all the places in your house, beside the window, in the balcony, that you notice that the airflow there is very, very um it's very breezy around that area. Then you get maybe a comfortable mat or a mattress beside that place, so that when that discomfort starts, you just go and lie down there, or just go and sit there. It can be a three-seater that you just drag to that place, um and that will be it. And another thing you want to do, the next thing you want to do, is that make sure that you're in a good mood. Don't That includes not going to social media if possible. You understand? Of course, you can go to social media and find something that makes you laugh, but you can also go to the same social media and then you discover something that just makes you angry. So don't anything you see that makes you angry, don't dwell on it. Just click on not interested or delete or whatever it is that you have to do, so that you don't have to see that again. So that is one. Two, you might want to read something about romance. Not not something that would arouse you sexually. You understand? Or something that will make you think about sex. No. Something soft romance, right? Like romantic comedy, that sort of thing. Something that you laugh about and you be like, oh, and then you laugh. So yeah, something like that. It helps boost your mood if you're into movies or you're into novels. But whatever the case may be, do not indulge in things that would make you sad, make you angry, make you agitated. So if there are some certain kind of people that is the package they come with, please avoid them like the plague around that time. You understand? Avoid them, because if you don't, anything that affects your mood will trigger pain or discomfort. But as long as you are calm, you are taking deep breaths, you're in a breezy area, you are having plenty of oxygen to breathe in. And which brings me to another point. If you notice, maybe you're living in an enclosed place, then you have to get indoor plants. If you go on Pinterest, for example, there are plants that they say detoxify the air and also produces a lot of oxygen. Like, they detoxify the air, and they thrive on carbon dioxide, which you are going to be emitting a lot of. So in other words, they get the more carbon dioxide they get, the more oxygen they produce, and you need the oxygen, right? I think you remember we were taught that in primary or early secondary school, where they tell you that what you give out. So it's like a symbiotic relationship we have with plants, right? So plants are things you need to have in your house. It's very important, or in your room, especially plants that detoxify. And I heard aloe vera is one of it. There are some other plants, I can't remember their name, but aloe vera plant, they say, is one of it. So you want to get those maybe around your bed or in different places in your house. That way you're having access to plenty of oxygen, because you're going to be needing oxygen a lot every month, right? So like I said, what are the clothes you are comfortable wearing during that time? You know best, right? So whatever it is you feel more comfortable wearing, make sure that you don't wear them any other day. You just keep them, wash them, keep them until your menses starts. Then that is when you start to wear them. You just allocate them as these are for messes. These are for my menstrual time for my messes. So you keep them that way. And number two, make sure that you have enough sanitary pad with you. Make sure you have enough soft sanitary pad with you. That is very key, because sometimes the flow might be much, and so you might need to change pad a lot. You don't want to have to worry about pad not being enough. So make sure you have enough pad, the pad of your choice, right? If you have to change pads, like, do pad shopping, change pads. Make sure that you get pad that has wide wings and very long, that is very long, about 38 centimeters is the best. So you don't have to worry about spillage or it staining anything on your bed or your clothes, right? So another thing is that use the airy panties. You don't want to use something that is, you want to use something that will hold your pad in place, but at the same time it's not going to practically choke your hips. You don't need anything squeezing your body during that time, because anything that squeezes your body, it triggers things, and the next thing you know, you are feeling most uncomfortable. This is something you probably would wear before when you are not menstruating, and you will not think anything of it, but you become a bit more sensitive to discomfort. So avoid any form of discomfort if you may. And also, for those of us that are working 9 to 5, like your work schedule is not flexible, where you can say, I'm not going to work throughout this week, and you can get away with that, knowing fully well that you can work before and after. But if you know that is how you do, make sure that you do most of your hard stressful work before that time. so that so you work overtime before that time, so that you rest. And that is another thing, you have to rest. You have to take plenty of rest, more like plenty of sleep is what I mean. Plenty of sleep is very, very key at that. It helps your body to heal, it helps your body to relax. The more relaxed your body is, the less likely you are going to feel pain if your body is relaxed. So that is another thing. Another thing that you can do that would help a lot is that you should make sure that you have a healthy diet. It's not when you are menstruating that is when you start eating vegetables. No. You have to eat plenty of vegetables, green vegetables especially, plenty of it. you know between the between menses. It's not that you can't eat it during menses, of course, but between menses. So there is this particular one that I think you might want to eat a lot of, which is cucumber. Now, cucumber, they say, it's been said, or rumor has it, I would like to say, that it is not good to eat cucumber during menstruation. So what that means is this: if cucumber is in season, if it is in season, when something is in season, it's the benefits of it is very, very, how will I put it now? The benefits you derive from it is much more than when it's out of season. For example, you get 100% of everything that thing is good for. When it's not in season, you probably get maybe 70% or 60% of whatever it is good for. That is what the advantage of eating things when they are in season. Now you notice that they come out a lot, and most times they are cheaper. So you eat them as if they are going out of season when they are in season. Every natural food that is available in your environment and in your region where you live, you when it's in season, you eat the benefits out of it. Like, you eat it like it's going out of season, so that when it goes out of season, that's it until the next time it comes in season. So your body will have absorbed whatever your body needs to heal. Your cells will have taken full advantage of all the benefits that that thing comes with. You have to understand that your menstrual health is attached to your everyday lifestyle. Your menstrual health is your menstrual comfort is directly proportionate to how rich or how healthy your lifestyle is on a daily basis. So if you make it a habit of detoxifying daily, which means you eat foods that detoxify, which means you take a lot of water, as much water as possible. You take a lot of vegetables. You eat more of natural foods than you eat processed food. If you can even remove processed food completely from your diet, it will be good. But if you can't, make sure that your healthy intake far outweighs your processed food intake, as the case may be. And make sure that you rest a lot. You make sure you have a lot of sleep, at least nothing less than 8 hours sleep on a daily basis. It might not be at a stretch, obviously. For some who have that grace to have 8 hours sleep at a stretch at night, wow, I'm happy for you. You're going to look younger, you're going to feel stronger for it, your body is going to thank you for it. But if you cannot have it at a stretch, make sure that it's up to 8 hours. Maybe you sleep 2 3 hours or 4 hours during the day, and then you sleep the rest at night. Also, you want to make sure that you are not doing all nighters all the time. You can't afford to do that. It would affect your look. It will make you age if you're not sleeping before midnight, and you make it a habit. You can't be a night owl. As a woman, you cannot. As a lady, as a woman, you cannot be a night owl. It's going to age you. So these are things that you do that reduces stress. So if you're not living a stressful life, chances are it increases your chances of having a more comfortable menstrual cycle. So you have to see to it that you choose a stress-free life. But if you have to go through stress for whatever reason, make sure that once you're done with it, it has a timeline. And once you're done with it, you have plenty of rest. You sleep very well. You pamper yourself the way you know how best to. Also, these are also times of cravings. But of course, if you take the necessary, the cravings always point to a deficiency, a mineral deficiency or a vitamin deficiency. So you can always Google, oh, if I'm craving sweets or if I'm craving pasta, what does that mean? So there is a particular vitamin that you would take that will fix that. If you are craving chocolate though, what you have to take is magnesium. And magnesium, not mixed with other ones. Magnesium, like say maybe 1000 UD, 500 to 1000 UD and all. Magnesium on its own as a supplement, it actually reduces menstrual pain. Like I said, go and watch the videos from that are mentioned from these people, and then you will see the details there, right? So if you're craving chocolate, just know that your magnesium level is very low. So as yeah, of course, eat chocolate, but at the same time also have a a magnesium supplement. That way you will not consume too much chocolate, because chocolate also comes with its own baggages, namely increasing your weight, pumping your system with caffeine. And the interesting thing is that caffeine actually helps you, it boosts your mood, some people's mood though, during menses. So although I don't recommend it that you take anything caffeinated or anything sugary, but if you feel that you must, take it within moderation. Those are the times when it is allowed for you to indulge. So you can, if chocolate is it, you can indulge during that time, knowing fully well that after your menses, you are not indulging in chocolate or coffee, sweets, or whatever your cravings are that are not fruits and vegetables. So I think that's it for now. If you picked anything nice, anything tangible, anything useful from what I've been saying so far, please like this video, share it with your friends, your colleagues, those you know. Just share. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, guard your hearts with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. Remember that God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And they that know their God, they shall be strong, and they shall do exploits. Keep peace in your heart. Let God lead. Let love lead, knowing fully well that God is love. Peace.